How did the prospects for a peace deal go from this?
We are coming up with various plans. We're going to see. It's a very difficult situation.
To this.
Last night we reached a momentous breakthrough in the Middle East, something that people said was never going to be done.
Current and former officials tell us that the deal can be tracked to 3 critical points: Israel's strike on Qatar, sideline discussions at the recent UN General Assembly, and Jared Kushner's discussions with his father-in-law. On September 9th, Israel launched airstrikes on the Qatari capital of Doha. They were trying to kill Hamas's leaders. This blindsided a lot of people, including the White House.
I was very unhappy about it. Very unhappy about every aspect.
Qatar is a U.S. ally and it hosts an air base with about 10,000 American troops. The attack prompted President Trump and his team to put the squeeze on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to bring the war to an end. Trump went so far as to warn that he would not support Israel annexing the West Bank, as some far-right members of Netanyahu's cabinet had proposed. Next, negotiations at the UN General Assembly.
What really took a turn is when we were at the United Nations.
At the UN, Trump met with Arab and Muslim-majority nations, ones that could influence Hamas, and sold to them his 20-point peace plan. With Arab nations on board in this coalition, that put a lot of pressure on Netanyahu, and Trump even got Netanyahu to call the Qatari Prime Minister to apologize for Israel's airstrikes. That call mended the relationship between Qatar and Israel enough to keep Qatar engaged as a key intermediary in the peace talks. And finally, there was Jared Kushner's role. The president's son-in-law was Trump's chief envoy to the Middle East during his first term, when he became a key player in the region. And while Kushner has not had a big public presence in this administration, he did recognize the importance of these negotiations and pushed his father-in-law to remain engaged and go all in. With his father-in-law dialed in, Kushner traveled with Steve Witkoff, President Trump's special envoy to the Middle East, in order to try to hammer out the last details of the 20-point peace plan. Witkoff told us in a phone interview that once they were there, the deal came together quick in a good way. U.S. officials warn that there's still a lot of work to do to make sure that the ceasefire holds.
Mr. Vice President, do you see this moment as an end to the war in Gaza?
I do, Kristen. We're going to have to do a lot of work to make sure that it stays ended.